Okay, now let's go back to our database. So in app_data folder, double click this database file, right click tables and select refresh. Okay, here's our membership types table. Currently, this table is empty and we need to populate it with some records. These records should be consistent across different environments. So our development database, testing database, and production database, they all should have the exact same membership types. How do we ensure this consistency? Well, first of all, because we're using Code-First Workflow, we should not touch this database at all. Every change in this database should go through a migration. So we're not supposed to open this table and insert a few records. Instead, we use a migration. Let me show you how it works. So back to Package Manager console. I'm going to add a migration. Add migration and call it populate membership types. Okay, let's take a look at this class. So it's an empty migration. Now in the up method, we can call the SQL method and pass a SQL statement here. So we can type insert into membership types. The columns are ID, sign up fee, duration in months, and discount rate. And then we pass the values. So for pay as you go membership type, ID is 1, sign up fee is 0, duration in months is 0, and discount rate is 0 as well. Now with ReSharper, we can duplicate this line using Control D. It's easier than copy and paste. Now for the second membership type, we need to change these numbers. So for monthly, ID is 2, sign up fee is $30, duration in months is 1, and discount rate is 10. Duplicate. For quarterly, ID is 3, sign up is $90, 3 months, and 15%. Now, alternatively, we could use a floating point number here, like 0.15 instead of 15. But it wouldn't really make much of a difference at the moment, so let's not worry about it. And the last membership type, ID is 4, sign up fee is $300 for 12 months and 20%. So earlier I told you that the argument that Code-First Workflow doesn't give you full control over the database is false. And this is the reason. Because with this SQL method, you can run any SQL statements. So you can modify your database any way you want. Now let's run this migration. Back to Package Manager console. Update database. Beautiful. Now in Solution Explorer, in Migrations folder, you see all the migrations from the beginning of time to the current version of the application. Any changes in the database schema or the data in the database is properly coded here. So when it comes to deploying our application, if this is the first deployment, we can get all these migrations from the beginning of the time to the last migration. And using a command in Package Manager console, we ask Entity Framework to generate a SQL script, which would include all these changes. And then we run this SQL script on the production database. But if this is not the first deployment, meaning we already have a database, we can find the last migration run on that database and create a new SQL script from that migration to the last one. Again, the process is the same. So you see, with Code-First Workflow, we have full control over versioning of our database in a consistent way across all environments. And that's why I love Code-First Workflow. In the next lecture, I'm going to talk about overriding Code-First conventions.